morning, my young friends. This is Bob with Fast and Furious. News that was, news that wasn't. Hope you people are taking all precautions to stay safe. Let's go. First thing, India in news in Economic Times. India in captains echo PM's optimism on economy. Many government reforms, policies, action on several fronts, and big-ticket farm reforms could set the stage of sharp recovery. I agree, a lot of good ideas, but I've always find the lack of actual execution. So let's see, folks. Only time will tell. As another editorial writes, the politics of a $5 trillion economy, but this is the right kind of ambition requires to make the economy reach a gallop rather than break into a trot. Industry must learn to look beyond the low-hanging fruit and acquire global ambitions. This is essentially a question of changing political culture and resultant policy. It is political culture, folks. Nothing is going to happen as long as the political culture improves. Rest is all just words going nowhere. But however, the global community continues, business community continues to give a thumbs up for individual private Indian businesses and entrepreneurs. As you see, Blackstone makes 800 million play for pyramidal glass business, valuing it at 1 billion. Unfortunately, this is the kind of FDI we're getting, like when Reliance is selling all its shares in its company, but we're still not getting the big greenfield projects. The only success apparently has been in the manufacture and assembling of phones, of mobile phones, and that's important for everybody to know. That's actually happening, right? Bad news, rupee may continue to slide on US election. COVID worries, it says the rupee has become the worst performing regional currency. Bad news for this government, especially since it kind of equated this with nationalism. The next is the rupee closed at 74.11 to the dollar on Tuesday. So rupee slide continues fast and furious, just like the year. It's coming to an end. This week's almost gone. And here it says, this is what I like. India firmly backs Macron's stance against radical Islam. Why I like it is because what it is about is the distinction. It's about anti-extremism and not about anti-Muslim. I see Supreme Courts in both the United States and in India being tilting to political windmills, because what the high courts and the lower courts in the US are doing right, the Supreme Court seems to kind of dilute that direction, where he says SC relief for Uttarakhand CM in graft case. Court says FIR order calls HC ruling drastic. Kind of strange. Well, another interesting news from Pakistan. Clerics approve Hindu temple construction. Construction of temples in Pakistan and destruction of mosques in India. Peas of the same coin, two sides of the same coin. Here again, same story. India voices protest to Saudi over map distortion. So Pakistan's lost Gilgit and Baltistan, India's lost Kashmir. Hey, well done the Saudis. They're going for it, right? Then it says India rejects PLA terms will not reduce patrol area. This is what's important. India rejects China's terms, refuses to limit patrol area. Why? Because if they do that, all of a sudden the LAC conveniently, as far as China is concerned, moves to finger four, and that's what they've been doing. What's called salami slicing all over again. Now politics, domestic politics in Pakistan continue to royal foreign policy. Indian domestic politics on Ghuspetia, Bangladesh's royals our relationship with Bangladesh, and look what you have here. Pakistan minister admits Pulwama terror role. That's really funny. Pakistan MP Abhinandan was released fearing an attack from India, and he goes ahead and says, folks, that General Bajwa was quivering at his knees. This is kind of strange. This is kind of crazy, right? But look, what's happening in Bihar politics, right? Tejasvi replies to PM's jibe, and this is something that we should all take note of. He says, Yuvraj of Jungle Raj, jibe against him. Rashtriya Janata Dal Chief Ministerial candidate Tejasvi Yadav on Thursday said the PM should have spoken about issues of hunger and unemployment instead. And here, folks, let me just tell you, huge big ads in Hindustan Times, 4 pages by Chinese Global Times. I am going to do basically a token and symbolic burning of Hindustan Times. I think at this particular time, Hindustan Times should not be doing this, folks. More tomorrow. This is the ceremonial burning of Hindustan Times. There it goes.
But there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, and how she blows. There goes Hindustan Times and its advertisement of China